At this time, I'd like to call to order the April 9th meeting of the Fayetteville Board of Education. Can everybody please stand and join me in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Court Secretary, has the meeting been advertised in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act?
Yes, it has, Mr. McEnroe.
Let's have a roll call, please.
Mr. Bauer.
Here.
Mrs. Backo. Mr. Vashada.
Here.
Mr. Brzezinski.
Here.
Mr. Syak.
Here.
Mrs. DePinto. Mrs. Rakuya.
Here.
Mrs. Trapp.
Here.
And Mr. McEnroe.
Yes. Can you go over the closed session agenda, please?
This evening in closed under negotiations, the SEA contract. Under student discipline, HIB Report 50-2012-13. Under attorney-client privileges, SEA grievances, gambling on school property, and teacher conduct. Under personnel, SEA member request for pay, SEA member tenure charges, agenda items, recommendation of assistant superintendent, recommendation of curriculum and instruction, and recommendation of director of special education.
Thank you. Correspondence. Everybody should receive the monthly technology and monthly work order reports. Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns about those? We don't have a student council representative here, so we're at the point.
Mr. McEnroe, can I make a comment about minutes? I have to apologize for everyone. I'm not sure if everyone knows. Lorraine's been in the hospital, so I'm working with 2 or 3 different people in my office trying to keep work flowing because I have to use a confidential person for this. So I apologize, but
Get them posted as soon as you can.
trying to get everything out as quick as I can.
Dr. Alfano, can you go through your report, please?
Thank you, Mr. McEnroe. A, Buildings and Grounds, there's no report. B, Finance, that's Mr. DeAndrea's conference in Atlantic City in June. Number 2 is an approval of the disposal of equipment. Number 3 is the No Child Left Behind grant. This year we're getting $882,000 as noted. 4 is the salary grant offsets as listed for Title 1A, for Title 2A, for Title 2A mentoring, and Title 3 salaries as noted. Any questions with Section B?
Items 3 and 4 are just in response to the audit recommendations, correct?
No, these are amendments.
These are just general amendments.
These are carryover money. This is the new process. The money has to be carried over and amendment made. Sorry, Madam.
No, that's okay.
I'm sorry, I looked that way.
He's quick
No,
on,
that's fine.
he's quick on the trigger
I
today.
have no problem with that.
All right, moving to Section C, Personnel, non-certified. There is a retirement of a paraprofessional. We want to wish her well. Retirement of a long-time custodian. We want to wish that Dennis well as well. Professional days is listed, and a few substitutes, 1 for clerical, 1 for paraprofessional. Any questions with that? Also in certified, non-certified personnel, there's an additional resolution, which would be, I believe, number 5. The Board of Education is requested to approve salary minus substitute fees for each sick day taken for employee Diane Craig, Principal Secretary at the Samso Upper Elementary School, for the period from April 15th through June 30th, 2013. Any questions with Section C? With none, moving to D. There are retirements for Emery Berlotti, Marie Early, and Barbara Golkoff. I want to wish every one of those individuals good luck and good health in their retirement. Unfortunately, Ms. Carper is resigning to take care of her children. I want to wish her well, too. There's a granting of an unpaid medical leave. There's a few of them, pregnancy leave, child rearing leave. There's an extension to a child rearing leave, as well as there are professional days at the end of page 6, as noted, on page 7. And on page 8, there's approval of a teacher as listed. There was a mistake. It should be 4/1/2013 retroactive. I think we might have changed all of those in your report. And there's 1 substitute as noted. There is 1 additional resolution to this section, personnel certified. The Board of Education is requested to approve Marilyn Zeichner-Shediac as Assistant Superintendent of Schools for the 2013-14 school year at a salary to be determined. Any questions with Section D, personnel certified? With none, moving to E policy. There's two policies. One, relations with vendors. This is the second reading, which is page 8. And page 11, there's advertising, sponsorship, and commercial activities. This is the second reading. Last meeting was the first. Any questions with those policies? I want to thank the policy committee for a job well done with those two committees, with those two policies. F, curriculum, acceptance of the harassment, intimidation, bullying report number 50 to 1213. The following course titles and course credit changes as noted on page 14. And there are 79 out-of-district placements. Any questions with section 7? F. With none, moving to G, co-curriculum. Central Upper Elementary School is having their bucket bingo. Not sure what that is, but it's April 26th. Somerset Patriots for Samso Upper Elementary School for Student Recognition Program, which is the 25th. Again, the Samso Upper Elementary School is being honored by NJEA's Classroom Close-Up. They're taping Math Mania on Friday the 26th. And it'll be aired sometime, I believe, in the fall. Amended the Spanish Honor Society time. It is 7 to 9, not 6 to 9. And finally, the National Honor Society induction ceremony is April 17th, which is 7 to 9:30. Any questions with that section, G? With none, moving to H. There is a waiver of transportation. There are some resolutions regarding transportation routes. There's a correction to a transportation route. And there are 3 trips that are being approved tonight. That concludes my report, Mr. McEnroe.
Any board members have any questions or comments on the agenda items before I open up the public? Seeing none at this time, I'd like to open up the public. Any comments or questions on the agenda items only? I will open up the public for any business that may come before the board. At this time, seeing none, I'll close the public on the agenda and I'll entertain a motion to accept and follow the superintendent's report.
Second.
I got a motion and a second. Need a roll call vote.
Mr. Balcon.
No on item D12, yes on every other item.
D12, thank you. Mrs. Backlund.
No on D12, yes on everything else.
Mr. Bashadi.
So noted at page 8, number 12, no, the rest is yes.
Mr. Brzezinski.
Yes.
Mr. Syak.
Yes.
Mrs. DePinto.
Yes.
Mrs. Rakuya.
Yes.
Mrs. Stratt.
Yes.
And Mr. McEnroe.
Yes. Delegate to the New Jersey School Board Association. Any news?
The one thing that I will report is that NJSBA has now hired what they're calling an educator in residence. So if anyone has any specific questions as it pertains to being a board member regarding educational items, curriculum, hiring, what to look for, what questions to ask during an interview process, anything pertaining to the curricular side or student achievement side of being a school board member, they can call this individual, and with those questions they get some answers. The individual is actually a retired superintendent with many years experience. That's actually a very good move for New Jersey school boards, because New Jersey school boards has always had an expertise in things like finance and operations and buildings and grounds and policy and legal, but there's really nobody ever there to call if you've got an educational question. And more school board members are wrestling with major educational decisions to drive student achievement. So this is a welcome addition to the association. And there's no charge for any of the services.
Any committee reports? Seeing none, on discussion, I just have one item. I received a letter from the American Legion inviting myself and the Board of Education to participate in the Memorial Day Parade on Monday, May 27th. It starts at 10 a.m. and it starts at Elizabeth Street. goes up to Borough Hall. So I know in the past, we've always participated in that. I always have a commitment down in Ocean County on that day with the veterans down there. However, Mrs. Syak, if you could lead this charge as you have in the past. And if I wind up being able to get out of my commitment there, I will also participate in that. So it just, Mr. DeAndre, I'll just give you this as a file, as correspondence received.
What time?
It's 10 a.m.
Monday.
Stage time. It's on Elizabeth Street.
The banner, we have to assign somebody to make sure that they bring the,
Mr. Syak, he's fond of that banner,
Yeah, that's usually the part I'm not so good at.
then he'll practice. If there's no any other items for discussion, at this time, open up the public for any business that come before this board. This may be the shortest meeting in history of, say, the Board of Education.
Yeah.
Anyone from the public have any questions or comments? If not, I'll entertain.
I move we adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second, wow.
Thank you.